Little Big Econ State Forest is located east of Oviedo in Seminole County. Today I'll be entering at the Barr Street trailhead just off State Road 426. From the parking lot, as I pass the information kiosk, it's only a few short steps to the trail as it enters the woods. The trail is marked and well maintained, and is what I would say to be easy enough for all ages and hiking abilities. However, there are several areas where clumps of tree roots cross the path, which can be tripping hazards, so old geezers like me need to be more careful and watch their step. Here is my favorite landmark of this section of the trail. An old oak tree that appears to have been blown down across the trail in a storm several years ago, but is just too stubborn to die. The clearance is about 5 feet, so most adults will have to duck to get under and continue on the path to the junction with the Florida Trail. The Florida Trail is over 1,400 miles long, stretching from the Florida Everglades in the south up the peninsula and ending in the Panhandle near Pensacola. This is the section that passes through Central Florida and the Little Big Econ State Forest. At this point, you'll need to choose to turn left and head south, or turn right and head north along the Florida Trail. Today I'll be turning left and crossing the first footbridge headed south to reach the banks of the Econlockhatchee River. The Econlockhatchee River is just over 54 miles long, beginning at Lake Conklin in Osceola County and flowing north and east through Orange and Seminole counties before it joins the St. Johns River at Puzzle Lake. A portion of the trail edges along the high sandy banks of the river, offering beautiful views of nature and wildlife. The origin of the name Econlockhatchee is most likely an Indian word meaning long and difficult to pronounce or spell. Actually, its origin is from the Muskogee language, meaning earth mound stream. The banks are heavily forested, and as a result, you often see trees that have collapsed into the river as erosion eats away at their foundations along the shore. While this makes for interesting scenery, it makes passage, especially in the narrow sections, a little difficult for all but small boats, canoes, and kayaks. As you may have guessed by now, Little Big Econ State Forest is so named because of this river that flows through it. The Little Big portion comes from the junction of the Econlockhatchee River with its main tributary, the not-so-imaginatively named Little Econlockhatchee River. These two rivers converge just southwest of the state forest boundary near Oviedo. Personally, I think whoever named it may have been a fan of the Dustin Hoffman film, Little Big Man. It's time for me to head back into the woods, retracing my steps back to the trailhead at Barr Street after a short but wonderful day hike here at Little Big Econ State Forest.